you knew better. To address yesterday, no, I am not going out of business. I'm not going out of business. I am here to stay. I am in business. I'm growing. I'm learning daily. That's number one. So no, I'm not going out of business. No, I was never going out of business. Y'all should know better than that. Secondly, I did have a point and a purpose. The point and the purpose was for some of you, and most of the people, well, all of the people, yeah, just about, pretty much 90% of the people who commented or messaged me or called me or inboxed me because they didn't want to react on a post. My phone was blowing up. My phone is dead, so, no, it's not dead. It's broke, so I can't help y'all until later on today. Side note. But I did see like my iPad was going off, my other phone was going off, and people were just like, what's going on? Or what happened? Like, nay? So those who really know me truly know that I've always have a method to my madness. And for those of you who were like, what? That happens a lot. And my point is that we have to understand, and when I say we, I mean just people of color, and not even just people of color, honestly, but definitely talking to my people, that you got to understand that you control your dollar. I know what the statistics say. I know about the 1% and blah this and blah that, and you still thinking that you're the minority, and it's only about 12 of us on the planet, and we come from being enslaved, and we can't read, and we can't do this, and we can't get scholarships, and all of the negative that we constantly have to be reminded of, and that's fed to us, and the hatred and the prejudiceness that a lot of people still deal with. And I saw it firsthand myself yesterday for the first time. I've been here almost 3 years in Texas, but my point is that if you could think about a place, if you grew up in an urban neighborhood, you think about a place that was in business when you were little. One of the things, last night I had a dream about my grandfather's store, which was Bob's Groceries in Maywood. So that was just one of the examples. When I went to junior high, there was a place on St. Charles and 23rd, I believe they're still open in business. But besides those are like, family owned grocery stores. But besides those, you think about Kelly's that was on, what was that, 5th? Was that 5th by Lexington? By the school? Anyway, right off the expressway. You have these black owned businesses. We had, what was the name of the cleaners? On Madison and Maywood. My point is, we have all these small black owned businesses. And we're not proactive as we could be. You get my point? I'm not going to say you're not as proactive as you could be, as we should be. So for instance, so many people still go to, and I'm not saying boycott other businesses because they're not black businesses. Don't stay with me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't patronize other businesses, but I'm saying your priority should be to put the dollar back into your people, and the whole point of that is not necessarily because they're black. The point is because they're the consumer. So for instance, I buy hair from Sade because guess what? Sade gonna get her nails done by Kiki. Kiki gonna buy her products from Ashley. Do y'all get what I'm saying? That money is constantly recycled in between us. When you go buy your hair from Soo Young, no shade, Soo Young getting her money. But guess what? Soo Young not putting no money back into your community. Soo Young not coming to Priscilla's. Soo Young not coming to patronize your business that you got running out your house. Soo Young not asking you to babysit her kids. She not bringing her kids to your home daycare. Do you get my point? So the point is, we put so much into other communities, into, other people and other things, and we don't value the diamonds that we have within our people. We don't use our resources. We don't come together like we should. And that's what hurts us as entrepreneurs. That's why a lot of black businesses suffer. I seen somebody say something, and I hate when people say that, saying that oh, I dealt with such and such, or never dealt with them. That's the thing. You never patronize this person. You've never been a client to this person. You've never been a consumer of this person. And you going by somebody else's experiences, but somebody else didn't tell you the whole story. So somebody wants to say, well, she was unprofessional, she didn't do this, she didn't do that, but you're telling somebody else's experience. But what they didn't tell you is that they never paid their down payment, they weren't on time, they didn't provide the information on time. They only gonna tell you what happened on the back end. So it was a particular party planner that I know, and I know she does great work, because we've worked together, and they wanted to say that, she was unprofessional, she was last minute, blah 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 this. I was planning this for 3 months. Yeah, I guess you planned this for 3 months in your head. You made no deposit. When you came with the deposit, it wasn't a full deposit as it should have been, and then you were late. So you came 10 days before an event that you talked about 3 months ahead of time, but when they sent you that invoice, you never paid it. So don't talk bad about our people when we're not telling the whole story. And that's one of the things that really bothers me, because we're so quick to talk down on one another instead of lifting each other up. Personally, I had a friend of mine make me something custom, and I had some issues with my garments. And very politely, I gave a tip on how you can change this, and what was wrong with the garment. Not to bash her, not to kill her creativity, because when you go to somebody else who's not your friend, who doesn't love you, who doesn't care about you, guess what? They just not gonna patronize with you again. They not gonna, and some people just feel some type of way where they feel like, well, I patronize with you, you should be the professional, you should have caught this, you should have noticed this, so I'm just not gonna see you any more business. And when somebody asks me about how my experience was, I'm gonna let them know that I had a negative experience. But you never told sis that your shirt was too big, or the dress didn't fit you right, or that you wanted to correct it. You just got upset and bashed her and just chose not to patronize with her again. But guess what? How is she ever going to correct the error if you couldn't be woman enough or man enough to pull your brother or your sister to the side and let them know your concerns in a respectable way, not bashing them? I see that far too much. But that was the point. So no, I am not going out of business. I am here to stay. I am growing. I am humble. I am learning. And I just encourage you to patronize your people, shop with your people. That's all I'm saying. Again, the whole point is, and not, like I said, not just because they're, a black-owned business. There are professionals out here. Respect the craft. Even those people who may work from home, still respect their craft, because you have to start somewhere.